A hard thing is done by figuring out how to start. Hi, I'm Parish and welcome to this week's video. This is their first project, guys.
We will achieve about 3.9 million GDP.
I feel like you've really got your head screwed on.
You know, and I've only learned that from failure and hard lessons. Next year we will fully develop our brand and the strategy and where we're going to really take this business.
If you don't mind me asking, how much are you looking to make on this? You don't have to answer it, but I have to try. Yeah, today we are in lovely Matfield, Kent, where we are visiting a young developer by the name of Oliver Corkery, who is the co-founder of Corker Brothers property development business, and we are going to check out their first ever project.
Alright, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
How you doing? You all right?
Good, mate.
Good to meet you. Good
nice
to meet you,
mate.
Thank you very much.
One for you, sir.
One for me? Awesome. Cool. So this is it?
This is it, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Ollie. Before we launch into your journey in property developing, and before you tell us a bit more about the site, tell us a bit about young Ollie. Like growing up, where did you grow up? And I just want to know if there was anything in your early years which influenced you in your journey towards property development.
Yeah, so I've always grown up in this area. I've lived around here all my life, so we're based in Paddockwood, so I know Matfield, this area, very well. My dad was always in business, so he always ran his own business. He had a construction company.
Yeah.
So when we left school, we was always up to our own thing, always up to hustling and bustling and doing what we can to make our own money.
So you grew up like, you grew up around your dad's business. You used to sort of maybe help out.
Yeah.
School holidays and.
Exactly. So we was always immersed in business and seeing my dad and mum work extremely hard.
Okay.
So when we left school, we went straight into the real world, working for his construction business, getting up at 5, getting home at 7.
What was the construction business?
He was doing like concrete frameworks for like developers around the southeast and London. So we would work for a lot of developers.
All right.
So when I left school, he had a job in Putney.
Yeah.
And like I say, it was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting home at 7 after just leaving school. So, getting into the real world and finding out what proper, true, hard graft was all about.
Yeah.
But that gave us a bit of kick up the backside.
Yeah.
And we wanted to really push on and find something that we could get our sort of own teeth into and grow ourselves.
Yeah.
So as we sort of hit our 20s, he had a business on the side called Small Loads, and that was just like a little local aggregate firm.
Okay.
And so we started getting involved with that, working there, driving the lorry, sweeping the yards. We started to grow that and get more involved and really understand the cogs of running a business.
Yeah.
And we've always been very creative, very ambitious, very driven. So we was doing that for a few years. Yeah, so we was renovating a house in Paddockwood. We'd done that, flipped that, sold it. And then we've been growing the family business in Paddockwood for the last sort of 8 years. So then 4 years ago, we went out on the journey to sort of educate ourselves on development because we wanted to diversify a bit because there were so many family members in that business. And me and Harry, my brother, went and done a course.
What made you go onto this course?
I've always been extremely curious and always, like I say, been extremely driven. It was never like, we want to get into development. We renovated a house and we did think like this wasn't really for us. We wasn't too keen on doing that. And so we wanted to progress further, but we wanted to do development. So that sort of led us to it. And then I came across this YouTube video. I sent it to my brother. I said, let's go and do this. We dived in to do it straight away. We've done a 3-day intensive on how to value lands, get a team together to execute on that land.
Yeah.
And then we've done a course to understand planning and how to source the sites. So yeah, that's how we got into it.
Nice. Okay. And then in that course also, did you understand the concept of where development finance fits into the equation and how an investor might come on board as well? Yeah.
Yeah, you understand all those different elements of a development business. But that education from that site allowed us to then partner with who we've partnered with today, which is a guy called Michael Canham. So he's an extremely well-known renowned local developer.
Okay, so that's what you've done on this particular site. You've teamed up with someone with the experience and knowledge in construction, and I think he also does his own developments as well, right? So he's quite big in this local area. So yeah, that's great. I've always said, like, educate yourself, so it sort of fast tracks your learning curve in getting you to where you want to be quicker. How did you find this site?
From the course we done, we learned that there was softwares out there that could help you find land.
Okay, so PropTech.
Exactly, like PropTech, Search Land, Nimbus Maps, all those good softwares. So we used Nimbus Maps, we started sending letters, searching around on that software and finding little parcels of land. And then basically, writing your letters, packaging that up, bulk sending letters.
So this is a direct-to-vendor approach in terms of land acquisition.
Yes.
There wasn't an agent involved. It was just directly,
exactly,
sort of like letter posting and and then go on. Continue.
So we managed that whole process. So we sent a letter, they respond. We then get into negotiations. We offer on the site, and we get that site from that initial letter sending right through, sign up the option, getting planning, and getting planning.
But talk us through like the experience of this one. Like, so when you sent those letters out, were you kind of like sort of just let's just hope for the best, or did you kind of do you know this area well enough to think that maybe you might get the odd responses back?
Definitely, like I say, from our business that we've been running 15 years, we're quite well known in the local area, so a lot of these people are our customers. So when we send a letter, I actually wasn't going to send a letter to this one because there was so much development going on in this area already that a lot of the village was not keen about, they didn't support. So I was a bit hesitant to send a letter to this site for that reason, but I thought, fuck it, send it anyway. So I done that, and they came back to us, and they were a really lovely couple, and those are our customers, and they knew us from Corker, so that already built that trust straight away because we're a local family. Okay,
and what was on this plot?
This was just our garden. It was just a few apple trees, a little apple orchard.
Wow.
So it was the perfect start site. So it was a lovely little parcel of land, prime location. It already had outline for 3 large barns. So that was one large barn. That was another large barn. So one large barn.
Okay.
And instead of like offering on that scheme, we appraised that scheme, that layout they had, and what they was proposing, and it just wasn't getting anywhere near the vendor expectations. So we took a little bit more time. We split up the biggest barn to create 2 4-bedroom detached.
Is this while you were already in agreement, or was this?
No, so we wasn't in no signed agreement yet.
Okay.
So we are just going through the process of appraising the site, optimising the scheme.
So in your appraisals, you were looking at different options of what you could get to maximise and see and put your best foot forward in terms of the offer.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So taking more time and care and consideration on the site to work out, looking into the market data of like what per square foot goes for the most in this area. 3-bed semi, like that in most schemes really. 4 beds attached was a lot higher than just having one big large barn. And doing that almost doubled the land value. So taking our time, being a bit more creative and being a bit more thoughtful with the site, it got us that foot in the door and got us our first site. Instead of just looking at it and saying, there's your offer, and we'll go away and change that scheme, get all the uplift ourselves. We wasn't focused on that. As long as we was making our set margin, we was happy with it, and we could demonstrate it, then we was all good with it.
Yeah, and like you said, it's your first one. First one. This is their first project, guys. It's incredible. I guess you just want to kind of get going at least with your first one, as long as the margins are there. I guess don't be too greedy. Get your foot in the door and just go through that learning process.
But we was on a mentorship, so we could have done it through that, getting investors, done it through that, manage it all ourselves, like you do. But I've got other stuff going on as well. We run that business down the road, and so for us, it was important to partner with someone that had like really good experience and a lot of expertise, and so partnering with Michael. Canham Homes, AB Canham Plant Hire. That was amazing for us. So,
and that's as a joint venture.
We're a joint venture on the site, So we get the site, we get it all through planning. That's all us, all the risk money. And then we basically then get Michael on board and we do a JV profit share of him, and this is all his team on site building out the house. What we bring to the partnership is, you know, a modern way of thinking, you know, good branding, how to package it up, how to communicate that effectively through your marketing, good digital ads, and really drive the site forward in terms of the marketing, the awareness and the sales side.
It's incredible. So I just want to ask you, when you first started all this process, right, of sending the letters out, getting responses back and sort of locking this site down, how old were you?
How old?
Because you're still relatively young in the game of property development, which is incredible.
I was 27.
27?
28.
28.
Yeah, 28. I'm 32 now.
I've got to say, like, just meeting you, I feel like you've really got your head screwed on, and I guess that's a large part of that is probably due to your upbringing, being involved in your dad's business, and just having that sort of business mindset.
Definitely, yeah. You know, and I've only learned that from failure and, you know, hard lessons, you know, from our other business.
Yeah.
You know, just having that drive and resilience to just never ever give up and just, I'm always evaluating. I never switch off. It's in the core of me to keep working. So I'm always looking at little angles of improvement and how we can refine things and just get better at what we do. So I always take note what other people are doing, and I'm a massive consumer. I like to look in as well from people that, you know, aren't in business and have that mindset as well. So just always. It's
incredible. Yeah. How long did it take you to lock in the site with the vendor?
So we offered on the site just before COVID.
Okay.
Just before COVID happened, and it was 6 months later that they accepted our offer. So then we started going through, you know, the design, the planning process, sort of tail end of the first year of COVID, 21, I believe. And then we realised that there was an issue with the visibility display. So we were stuck. We had a lot of money in this deal and we couldn't get it through planning up effectively. There was an easement on the land with the visibility display. So
at that stage, was it like an option agreement you were in?
It was an option, yeah.
Right, okay.
Subject to contract. Okay. Subject to planning.
Right. So it wasn't actually costing you at that time, was it?
It was, because we was in the option, so we tied it up into an option. And then obviously we then started spending money for the design, the planning, everything you need to get that through effectively.
Sure.
But we came across, there was an issue with the visibility display that went over the neighbour's land. So we had to help negotiate the payment for that. And that nearly cancelled the site on us, really, because we couldn't then get access to the site without that visibility display getting passed. So lucky enough, we've got a good customer of ours at Corker, and he came forward and emailed me out of the blue. After that week, we literally thought we had lost the site. And he brokered the deal, and we got the deal done through him. So that was a massive learning curve. We had no clue about that whatsoever, as you can imagine. But you know, obviously our partner here, we was able to start leaning on him a bit more, and over that period and process, we managed to build a really close relationship, and now he's became our, you know, pretty much our own mentor, our business partner, our mentor, and so we're not on any mentorship program anymore. We have a very nice, flourishing relationship with him.
That's great.
That allows us to do it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of teaming up with someone who's experienced and who's kind of gone through it.
Definitely.
So you don't have to.
Definitely.
Right, should we go and check out some of these houses?
Yeah. So this is plot 1, our 5-bed. This is our biggest one on site. So I'll show you around.
Is this one under offer at the moment?
No. So we've this one's still available, and plot 2, our 3-bed, but we've sold 3.
Still available, guys. This one.
Still available, yeah. So yeah, we've got 5 houses. We've reserved and sold 3. We're 9 months into the site. We don't complete until February. We've got no agent. Everything's done through social media and targeted ads.
Okay.
So we've done that all independently, leaning on Michael's team. So he's got a couple of sales girls in the office.
Okay.
And they're brilliant. So we drive the leads into the site. And then we manage that process,
so
because
maximise the margins, as well.
So we haven't got the 1.5% agent fee at the end of the project.
I've got to ask. The houses look amazing from the outside, and I'm sure they will in the inside as well once they're done. What is the projected GDV on the site? Gross development value, just in case, you know. I have to repeat that every time, apparently. So it's the end value of what the scheme is going to be worth. So,
Yeah, so 3.575. That's what we priced the site at.
Yeah.
When we had the independent valuation done from the banks, they also valued it exactly what we did.
Right.
But we have achieved 10% above that. We will achieve about 3.9 million GDV.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's gone really well, and I think we wanted to prove to ourselves ultimately that we could transfer our skills from our other business in terms of marketing, content, the way we can drive things forward and package everything up and do that successfully on our first development. We want to just build a really solid brand, and like for this first 12 months, we haven't even got a brand developed. I've just chucked something together on Illustrator. So once we've understood the market for the first 12 months in our first project, and we understand the industry a bit more, next year we will fully develop our brand and the strategy and where we're going to really take this business.
Nice.
So we're in the kitchen at the minute. So you've got all the kitchen wraparound, nice big island. You've got dining table.
What's the square footage of this particular house?
It's 188 square metres. It's about 2,000 square foot.
2,000 square foot. That's quite a nice size.
Yeah, nice size 5-bed.
What's the price per square foot around this area in general?
Probably about $450.
Is this a relatively high spec when it's done? Will it be a relatively high spec for the area?
Definitely, definitely.
What's your target buyer? Yeah.
Our target buyer really for this one is people that are looking to downsize a little bit. They might have a 1.2, 1.5 million pound house. Their kids have moved out. They want to downsize, but they still want enough room for the children to come around and stay if they wanted to. They've got a nice centralised location, so they can walk to the green, they can walk to the pub. They've got a beautiful restaurant over the road. And that is who we have been, having the interest from. So we've got so much interest on this one plot, but everyone's stuck on the market because we're in a difficult market really at the minute.
Yeah.
But as soon as they sell a house, this will be gone. So we've got a big exclusive access down the 16th. So what we've done with the marketing, because we do it all independently, we can control that database. If you have an agent do that, you don't get access to that database. Right. So every 2 weeks we send out new videos and we keep them all along that journey of the construction process. And then we start to set dates of when we can allow people onto site on specific dates to get early access to see what the units are like. And we do all that ourselves. So our next one's on the 16th. So we believe after the 16th, we should get these last 2 plots reserved.
Oh, nice. And so it's 5 houses in total, right?
Yeah.
So out of the 5, how many are under offer? 3. That's amazing, isn't it? Should that clear the debt?
That will, those 3 will clear the debt.
Yeah.
So we clear the debt in February and the loan doesn't run out till July.
So you're way ahead of the
so we exit the debt, and we'll be done on the site in March, which would be
amazing. 100 days, yeah.
You've got downstairs toilet, nice office, study, playroom, and then this is like a nice snug living room. We wanted to put bifold doors in here, so it's quite a shallow garden on this side, so the main garden's around there.
Yeah.
But we wanted to, put this area here, put bifolds in, so in the summer you can open it up and it feels a lot bigger.
Yeah. It's lovely.
So 5-bed, we've got 2 en-suites, 1 family bathroom. So this is bedroom 5 with an ensuite. You've then got bedroom 4, the main bedroom, main bathroom there. This is a really nice bedroom with that huge window.
Oh,
yeah. A desk in the wall, floating desk.
Yeah.
There, a nice seat.
Yeah. It's going to look lovely.
Curtains up. Nice bit of work. This is the main bedroom.
Is it 3 bedrooms? This house? 3 bed?
5.
5 bed.
5, yeah.
Okay.
So main bedroom.
Wardrobe
walk-in wardrobe. So you have fitted wardrobes in here, and then a nice ensuite.
Nice ensuite, yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah. So what is nice as well is because we've been marketing the site quite early on, it's allowed the buyers to come on site early, and then basically just spec the houses on how they want it.
Is that a bit more? Is that a bit more of a headache though to deal with? Because
it is, but not for me, because Michael's got the team in house. So any changes, they will price up, send over to me. We brand the document and send it to them. And so it is a
That's
headache.
nice. They get a chance to personalise it a little bit.
Yeah. Ultimately, it satisfies us.
Yeah.
Because we are passionate about giving that customer and buyer exactly what they want. You know, we're all about customer service and doing what we say we're going to do and helping people along that journey. So we don't mind it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we want to do long term. You know, if we can really build up a brand through our marketing and have a waiting list of people for houses, then ultimately they can come on site sooner and they can have a say in that spec from the get-go.
Nice. Good thinking.
So yeah, these are our 3 beds.
Okay, yeah, this one is a bit further ahead.
Yeah.
Lovely kitchens.
So nice neutral tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are from all the kitchens from Gardner of England. They manufacture it, most of it in the UK. Really good
Very
company.
Nice.
So this is kitchen dining, and then we've got a little snug lounge area. Nice little sized gardens, really.
Very nice.
Yeah, so this one goes all the way around there. Yeah. That one's even bigger. So for a 3-bed, they're really nice.
Yeah. So when are you projecting the practical completion date?
This one probably end of Jan, mid to end of Jan.
Okay.
And those ones probably mid-Feb, and same as that one over there. Yeah. So by March.
By March you should be wrapped up, yeah.
One
has a study, yeah.
Has an office, exactly.
Office. I think it's a really good idea, like you say, for the remote working. And who was the lender you've used on this one?
Quantum Development Finance.
Quantum Development Finance.
Yeah, really nice company. Yeah. Ollie, the owner, is my age.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's done incredibly well. He's got a really good team, and they're just really nice to deal with. This one over in the corner has got a really nice. This one's got all that corner garden.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, how much are you looking to make on this? You don't have to answer it, but I have to try.
High 6 figures.
High 6 figures.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you know, you've got to have a.
That's pretty impressive. Your first project. I mean, obviously you've got a JV partner, so there'll be some kind of split there depending on the agreement. But still, it's incredible. Like what for your first scheme.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
Yeah, it's
a lot of learning.
Big learning curve, I'm sure, but it's pretty incredible, to sort of dive into the deep end and deal with a project like this. Hopefully it all goes smoothly from here on, and you guys.
Yeah. Well, it won't as much as I do.
Yeah.
We can hope. We can only hope.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we love about doing what we do is like the challenges, the solutions you have to come up with for the problems. So.
Yeah, I've said it before. So much of property development is about problem solving. From everything, right? From sourcing the site, how you're going to fund it, challenges on site, construction issues, and then how you sell it as well. It's great. It's great to get an insight of your journey.
Yeah, so these were the first ones to get reserved.
So these are already under offer?
Yeah.
What stage did they get under offer?
This one was super early.
Really?
Yeah, it's really early. Didn't have no cladding on it.
No.
Didn't have the stairs in. Yeah, nothing. This one
good
got
CGIs.
Yeah, good internal CGIs.
Yeah.
Whereas that one was probably about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
And then that one was last week, plot 3.
Yeah.
And then so we just got plot 2 over there, and this one left.
Yeah.
Do you want to come have a look in the 4 beds? Yeah. So like I say, all got offices.
Yeah.
This one's a lot more open plan. This purchaser wanted a much wider gap.
Right.
So we put a steel in, widen the gap up.
It's all traditional build?
Yeah, all traditional. Yeah, so you've got kitchen that end, your dining, your living.
Yeah, that's very good.
You've got your
all got underfloor heating?
Yeah,
yeah,
all underfloor heating. You, again, study office. All designed for the modern person.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this one going on still. It's kind of nearing the end.
Yep.
What else is in the pipeline? Do you have other things that you're looking at now?
Yeah, so we've got one in legals at the minute.
Yeah.
That's even closer to home. So that'd be a nice one. Hasn't got planning on it, but we have to get planning on it. We're fairly confident that we can get planning granted on it.
Is that a direct to vendor thing that again through letter posting?
Yeah, 4 letters.
4 letters
to that vendor.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 letters, and then the last one was a very bespoke letter, picking up on the previous refusal on the planning application. So that got our foot in the door with that one. Offered on one last week. But yeah, at the minute we're not too active with finding new sites until we've got this one done and our cash is out of it.
Right.
So at the minute we're happy that we've just got another one secured. That once we do this, we've got a few months breather, and then we go on to another one. But next year when we get our money out of this one, it's a proper go time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sounds great. And your letter posting thing, was the way you found your next one? Is that like is that just purely a numbers game? You're literally posting letters?
It is a numbers game, but then I always like to go back through the real good sites that you'd love to get, and actually, instead of just sending another follow up, actually look at that site and think, right, who are they that own it? Do a bit of due diligence into who they are. Try and work out what you think their plan is. What is there any previous refusal and anything in there that we can pick up on to hook them in? Yeah. And so we basically done that. And in the refusal, there was an access issue. It got refused for access. Yeah. And so we had issues with access here. So we sent them a bespoke letter on the 4th one to say, we believe that we have a really good professional team that can help mitigate your access issues and get this site through planning. Okay. And before we was confident in saying that, we had done our due diligence with our professional team to make sure that we could do that. And so they was happy. And so we sent the letter. 2 days later, we got a reply.
Amazing.
Yeah, which was great.
Yeah.
And so that one will be a really nice start.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with the property development side? What would you like to be doing?
I would like to lead, especially in our local area, in terms of technology, innovation, marketing, and just thinking outside the box and being different. If I can do that, then you stay ultimately at the forefront of everything and just constantly evaluate. But we don't want to be doing every single site. We only want to be doing the best sites, prime locations, good money in the scheme, lovely design and build, and just really build up our brand and get people into what we're doing, which will be different.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think just by meeting you and speaking to you and finding out a bit more about your journey, I think you'll easily get there. What you've achieved here is pretty amazing, especially I think you're 31 now? 32, all right, sorry. still really young in the world of property development, and especially this being your first site, is what you've achieved here is really inspiring, especially for some of the viewers I have are like young aspiring developers. So what you've achieved here is amazing. Yeah, so it just goes to show that educating yourself, sort of fast tracking that learning curve to get ahead, it does have its benefits. And
I didn't do well at school, didn't have any GCSEs, no grades out of school, just the burning desire to push on and achieve and be curious and just have the mindset of there's no limits. So
it's amazing.
If you want to check us out, you can see us at Corker Brothers on Instagram, or you can see our previous company that I was talking about in the video at Corker UK.
Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next one.